To another one of Impact's champions, they do, taking Cho'Gath away. Kind of shore up Jokla's matchup there in the 1v1.
Making sure that they don't play some Omega tank into him, but Ornn's still on the table, fares pretty well. Impact has been favoring things like the Cho'Gath and stuff recently. Played the Ornn yesterday, so that might just be his go-to here. Yeah,
I wonder what Team Liquid would think about banning. Cassio was going to be my guess, and good ban away again, protecting the Swain. Because I think we're somewhat leaning towards that for the lane that he's going to, but we'll have to see. Impact doesn't strike me as a Swain player, but certainly not incapable of picking it.
Yeah, I actually got to talk to Skara, former pro player and former coach.
Current Swain streamer.
Exactly, current Swain streamer, about what he thinks about Swain and like why it's finding success. Because right now in solo queue, its win rate is actually a little bit higher in the top lane. I've heard in the mid lane. And that's because there's a lot of escape routes in mid, and when you're a low mobility champion, it doesn't really affect you that much, so you can just go different routes and etc. Whereas in top lane, it's a long lane, and there aren't really many counters that people have found to Swain top lane. He's kind of like old school Kayle, where it's like, oh, how do I beat this guy in lane? I guess you kind of just have to take the beating that he delivers. And so he's a very powerful and potent flex pick because he wins pretty much all matchups top. And then in mid lane, he has some pretty big combos that he can do with phase rush and also the extended radius of his E and W.
Certainly a lot to play for, but I imagine that Zilean support for Lemon, I guess we'll find out. Sejuani is the lock-in for Xmithie. I think your thought on Ornn makes a lot of sense here for Liquid. Certainly, Impact has always performed on tank champions. Ornn kind of feels like something Impact knows his way around. He's been bullying on it. He's been very effective with the TPs, which is an Impact special, and he will lock that in now as Team Liquid fighting to be in the 5-way tie. I guess it's a 4-way tie for them.
Yeah, it would be a 4-way tie, but there would be 5 games to play.
Because he's still got to break that tie for first.
Exactly. Right now, Optic, like you said, this Zilean may just be for Lemonation because having somebody who can speed up your Varus is really good. Karma also on the table. I wonder if it's something they'll go for, but could be a PoE special bringing out something new at the end.
Ziggs is locked in here. Alrighty, Power of Evil, we're going to play kind of a throwback champ in a lot of ways. Haven't seen Ziggs in mid lane especially for a long time.
Well, I bet you at this point in the game, in the draft, Doublelift is just going, oh man, this sucks, because every time you set up as Jhin, you're going to have a bomb flying right at you. It's trade ulti for ulti on that one.
And if nothing else, you know, if Optic can find some snowballing around this Ziggs, there is a lot they can do to knock down turrets and just accelerate the game. And that very well may be the plan, to say, you know what, I'm not expecting to really beat you guys in a longer scrap, so we're just going to try and beat you early.
Yeah. Right now, Optic have good wave clear, they have decent team fighting, and then they have good split push, but I don't feel like the Camille will flat out beat the Ornn for a very long time. And then on the opposite side, double TP is potentially what TL are going to run here with the Swain mid. And then they have decent team fight, but it's a lot of sustained team fight damage. Their tanks need to be pretty much even in their matchups to sustain the damage that they would take here. But getting into these fights is going to be rough for TL because you have Chains of Corruption, you have bombs on the ground, and then you also have bombs on the ground again, Zilean and Ziggs.
Yeah, and again, plenty of good initiation on the other side there for Optic, Camille, and Zach, both very good. It's a bait though, hello! Ole's like, oh, I didn't expect this at all.
Party in the bush!
Oh, flash already used by Lemonation, the root onto Power of Evil needs to find a flash out of the way! But Xmithie early flashes just to cover it, and first blood over to Doublelift.
Oh, woo! First blood, yes, for Doublelift there, but PoE doesn't burn his flash. Xmithie already used from Arrow.
Yeah, running a little too low on health by the looks of things. Acadian here in mid, they're looking for Pobelta. Swain is very immobile, great satchel into the knockback, perfect CC chain, and Power of Evil takes down Pobelta.
Ooh, that was a bounce house if I've ever seen one. Pobelta really didn't get to move or do anything at all there. So Acadian, once again, that Zac from yesterday teaming up with PoE. Looks like a winning combo here for Optic. We'll see that one more time. We'll see if Pobelta even does get to do anything. He's airborne, he's knocked back, he's airborne, stunned. Has a moment there at the end, but he's like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
100%.
He knows it too, so conserves his summoner, but still trying to find a fight, but Xmithie going to go in for it.
Jhin ulti. There it is.
Good there. Arrow now in trouble. Have to try and dodge the shots. Arrow going to eat the first few. Doublelift finds the snipe. Pobelta pops the ulti. Xmithie lets his go in celebration. And there's a kill, and probably a blue buff over as well. PoE going to try and take it, but does not get it.
And this is how TL's wins have looked so clean. Laying off bottom.
Yeah, Lemonation in trouble, ults himself, but I think it's just to delay the inevitable. Lemonation going to get CC'd up. Pobelta this time, able to grab the kill.
That's one of those ones where you look over at Lemonation, and you go, you had ulti that whole time?
thinking emoji.
But it's just one of those fights where things are just going so wrong right from the get-go. Like, you don't have an item advantage. And even just look at Arrow's items now. He has Blasting Wand. It's an awful situation against the Essence Reaver. I've talked about it a lot, but like Doublelift cares about these types of things. It calls out bad backs from people. And then they go for a fight here where they have an advantage. It's a very distinct one. Even if it's a 4-on-4 in the enemy jungle, they win this one. You see the TP coming through as well from Impact. And then he cancels it. He's like, I am no longer needed. Yeah. Not necessary.
People do not need me today. We will. A bit of poke, some good, well-placed lightning, and Lemon's like, oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Yosel trying to get out of the way. Pull lands in onto Acadian. No pullback from Pobelta. Power of Evil here again. Knock back up. Acadian grabs the kill. Optic starting to find some good picks here.
Yeah, right now they're just catching TL with their pants down constantly. Even though TL has a 3,000 gold lead here off of those turrets and the CS, these fights are really what Optic want to have go their way. And they're landing on, once again, Acadian and Power of Evil, the two guys who really did step up yesterday.
Well, Power of Evil does dodge out of from PoE, but he does get slowed on the other end of the field. The knockup lands in, but there's the ulti out from Lemon Nation. PoE just needs to maybe die before something else happens, but he satchels out of the way. Lemon Nation is going to get slayed by Pobelta. Acadian almost going to meet the same fate, but it's a trade kill. The ult from PoE will pick up the Sejuani. They're going back again. Dokla wants to find a kill. Pobelta smashes that stopwatch, but he's still dead.
Yeah, he still drops there, and that was an opening from Doublelift starting that fight with Xmithy. And it's actually a win for Optic in a 1-for-2.
Happy to sacrifice Lemon. He's probably not very happy about it, but he'll take the trade. Optic, any trade you can get right now is good for you.
Yeah.
Just some help will be. Pobelta, sorry, he's going in. Pulls back there in onto the Lemon Nation, but he ults himself. He's trying to buy some time. Not bad, actually. Power of Evil going to throw the ult in, but he doesn't do enough damage. Could be a trade. He's going to go down. Lemon falls, but now Zach going that stopple might set it up for the rest of the kills. Optic might be doing a dive in. Doppler able to take down Xmithy. Ole almost gets taken down by the bomb, but this Nova's going to be massive. Doppler tries to predict it and Doppler gets himself out though, but Power of Evil goes down to Doublelift. Acadian falls down as well. Pobelta will be the trade, but Doublelift is just too strong. Still going though. This is dangerous from Optic. They're playing so far with fire. Arrow forced to flash. Impact chasing. Tower dive is called off here.
And once again, it's just a 3-for-2. So it's just teams winning by a single kill in these skirmishes. It's just all out right now. But that's the Inferno break on top of it. TL though, hold on.
Look at the Arrow trying to make coverage for the turret. Might even get a pick. Impact flashes forward. The slow's good enough for the last shot. Doublelift will get it. Here's Lemon to
a little bit and just kind of lay a trap here. So Optic, instead of pushing for that turret, which Doko's going to go back to do now, they instead are looking for a trap.
Ole, not a bad catch to get. Power of Evil looking for another stun lineup. Damage is good. Ole is going to go down.
Frustration incarnate here, because playing against something that's going to outsplit push you, and then you have a Ziggs and you have a Zillion, those are just nightmares.
Oh, global hit from Tom Cantor. Got a lot of mileage out of this before. Doublelift here. Impact going to look for the knockup again. This is a great way to answer the split push. Dokla flashing out of the way, but it's probably just not worth it. He's trying to escape, but can't make it back to a wall with hookshot. Will go down to Doublelift.
Yeah, they decide Abyssal Voyage time. Use the semi-global to go bottom, and then...
Dead. Doublelift is the target.
I can't reach him.
Not going to get it. They have to set up for Ole instead. TP in. He also here finds the ulti. Stun is good. In onto Arrow, gets resurrected, but Impact again with the ulti ready, knocks up Power of Evil. Arrow trying to get out, burns the flash over the wall, but Acadian is going to fall to Doublelift. Arrow will be the next victim, forced to Pobelta's Swain. TL still find themselves ahead.
And that's the type of fight that you expect from a coordinated Team Liquid. They made that play down bottom, and they knew they had a man advantage with Dokla down. So they go ahead, they pull the trigger. Lemon, woo! He is first!
He's dead. Didn't have his ulti back up. Probably wouldn't have mattered anyways. Team Liquid just destroy the poor Zillion. It is up to Power of Evil, I think, just to steal this with an ultimate. This could be a tough one. Impact is going to just try and run interference. Power of Evil can go whenever he wants, but they don't. Oh, they do have some vision, actually. Doku again looking for the ulti, but Impact just takes him down. Power of Evil has to get the goes down, and they wait. Easy Baron take for Team Liquid.
Perfect stop damage there. PoE can't get him.
15 minutes, but TL were patient. They knew they were ahead. Optic had no control of the map at all. And now they're 10,000 gold ahead, looking to close this game and have their shot at playoffs. Their shot at the high-seeded playoffs. Dokla dives in. Here's the attempt.
Looking for double M.
Big stun there into Arrow again. Tries to kidnap one back, but the Devour is so good there from Ole to save him. Dokla over the top. He's going to look for it. He takes down Ole. Gets himself out. No, the bullet follows. Doublelift on a rampage. Takes down the Camille. The carries are still up for a little bit longer, but they have to dodge so much as Pobelta just flashes to try and get the kill. Doublelift finds it onto Lemon Nation. And Power of Evil just doesn't have too much to do except watch his base crumble.
Yep, they're going to start pushing in here. Doublelift does so much damage there. Olay with a clutch save. Doublelift pretty much was untouched in that fight thanks to the Devour.
Well, Power of Evil flashes, pops to Sarah. Team Liquid just trying to end this game now.
Remember, if TL win, we will have to play 5 games to settle the standings.
Dick wanted to play Spoiler again, but it's Team Liquid surging forward. Arrow goes down to Xmithie. Doublelift playing so threatening. 9-0-6, almost 2 shots, pretty much just takes down Power of Evil, and they will have their hat in the ring for this tiebreak. 3rd through 6 will be completely broken today, as well as first after this. Team Liquid end their season strong. Doublelift, he's just trying not to die. Somebody quick, kill the Nexus. Don't let his KDA go down. It's done. They save the KDA, and Team Liquid will fight for their seed.
It's a hell of a lot better than being forced into 6th place. Now they can climb all the way up to 3rd. TL is back into those fights later on. Looking much better off the back of Doublelift there. 10-0-6 in this game. And he had enough gold to complete his build at 34 minutes.
You see Arrow kind of nodding his head there. He's like, yeah, that was a rough one. And it's kind of been the story of Optic's season. Still played out to the end quite well. Had the upset yesterday. Certainly had some good looks here, but they will reset